was it like to shoot in St. John?
I mean, there's things that were really, really, really great about it, and then things that were really kind of tough about it too. I mean, in terms of like the access, it was incredible to locations. Like, you know, we had the Canada Game Center, and like the shooting in St. John was important for many reasons, including like the industrialization of the city and the fact that the city, not too dissimilar to Halifax, is really struggling with a housing crisis and unemployment issues, and the industrialized look of the city was also important too. It's just kind of like, parts of it are just kind of worn down by life, right, which the characters are as well. So that was all great. And so also like, it was important to me as working with like Steve and Sandy and all you guys, like to just want to support the New Brunswick industry. It's a great province to shoot in. There should be more stuff shot here. So like all of that. And then there was difficulties, like things that are personal, like, our baby was maybe two months old. Like, I was prepping for the movie. Like, I started prep for the movie while we were in the NICU, like when he was like 5 days old. It was like kind of crazy. Yeah. So that part of like taking my partner and our kid and, and bringing them here, that part was difficult. I mean, thankfully, like Steve and those guys from production, like, hired someone to be with my partner during that time while we're shooting. Like that was so great of them, and is the only way it made it possible. There's no other way I could have come and done it. And then there's also like the learning curve for the folks who were new. Like I think what that learning curve is like such a small amount of struggle. Like it's really not, because there's so much like excitement and ambition to like do a great job from New Brunswick folks that like, I don't know, like I didn't notice that to be like a hard thing for the production. You know what I mean? That people were learning as we went. And I think too, like bringing the Nova Scotian crew over and sort of having people learn on the job was like really exciting. Like I think the biggest things that were tough about the shoot were more like, we only have this much time to shoot this many scenes. How the heck can we do that? And just trying to make the schedule work, right?
Yeah, and like the Nova Scotia crew, like as part of the New Brunswick side, like I felt like my personal experience as second AD, like I had Nicole Steve, the costume designer, but I was in the office with her. Yeah, and she's such an experienced second AD.
She's also like was a first and second AD from
and like it was such like
and producer.
I was just mining her knowledge and expertise, and she was like a really great mentor for me through the production. And like Mike Roy, I know with Gavin on the camera team, it was a great vibe, and I think I hope we delivered.
The New Brunswick crew was awesome. Like. I think like it's funny because like people are like, oh, feeling green, but then like just dove in and did stuff and like and learned really quickly and did an amazing job. Like you guys did all an amazing job. And like one of the things like right out of the gate that like Kevin Fraser was our DOP and I noticed was like on day one of like the winter block when we did those couple winter days, the wet down guy who's going to create the ice for us like left, and we needed a certain part of the parking lot to be wet down, so it was like matched the shots we just did before. And just like the whole New Brunswick crew led it right off the gate, just being like, all right, grabbing buckets and going in. Everyone did it, like everyone, like, shout out to all the crew, the Nova Scotian folks too, like the Mike Roys and stuff who've like been in the industry for years and like don't need to go grab buckets and wet down, but like everyone right away. And like Kevin and I look at each other and we're like, yeah, like this is it. Like this is what we want. We want people to be all in, and like everyone's doing the wet down. It doesn't matter what your job was. We're getting it so it looks good in the shot, and that shot's in the movie, right? So like, I mean, that's the kind of energy that was brought. That was just like incredibly valuable all the way through the process from my point of view.
That reminds me, like, and I'm flagellating myself now for not bringing up Kevin Fraser.
Oh, what? No.
I was talking